My client Trixie was able to push in an upright mother-directed position at the hospital. Let's talk about how she did it. Yes, give me a couple minutes and I will talk to you about how you can push in a gentle position that decreases your chance of tearing and gives you a gentle, confident start with your baby. I would love to offer you my tearing cheat sheet just for being here today and listening. This will help you discover what you can do right now during pregnancy, things that you can start today that help prevent tearing during birth. And of course, I cover what you need to do during your birthing time to help prevent tearing as well. So just drop me a line below and I would love to get that to you. If you don't know me, my name is Kristen and I am a pregnancy coach. I work with mamas all over the world, helping them to enjoy a healthy pregnancy and prepare for a good natural birth. I'm bringing you regular actionable tips that will help you to prepare to give your baby a beautiful beginning, and I'm so excited to be here with you. Again, today we're going to talk about how you, no matter where you're giving birth, can choose gentle pushing positions that decrease your chance of tearing and give you and your baby that gentle start that you want to have. The first thing to remember is that you call the shots. Hospitals have procedures that may or may not be informed by evidence. I'm just going to give it to you straight, ladies. Many hospital procedures have more to do with what's convenient for the hospital to manage many women in labor and even have to do with what insurance companies tell them that they need to do, but they don't really make much of a difference as far as evidence in you and your baby's safety. So many hospital procedures are just there. They're procedures for management. They're procedures for convenience. If you watched one of my recent videos, I talked about the whole purpose of pushing in stirrups is to give the doctor a clearer view of what's going on. It's not to facilitate your baby's easier birth, and it's certainly not to facilitate you having an intact perineum. So remember, those procedures are often arbitrary and you actually call the shots. You get to birth in the position that you want to. Now, if you've chosen to have an epidural, that changes the game because you can't get in a lot of positions. But if you're watching my videos, I'm assuming you probably want to have a natural birth. So natural birth moms can be in a more upright position, and you get to say that you want to be that. If you're not sure that you'll be able to advocate for yourself, having a doula come along with you is definitely a good idea. But it really doesn't matter. At the end, you get to choose how you push, and you get to tell the doctor, look, this is how I'm going to push. This baby is coming. Every doctor, every nurse has caught a baby that's coming fast, and the mom's upright, or she's just standing up out of the chair, or she's even just coming in the door. They can do it. I promise you they can do it. They may not like it, but they can do it. And this is also a good thing to dialogue with your care provider about. I want to consider a more upright position. How can you help me facilitate that during my birthing time? Another thing that's good to consider is what are good, what positions really work, especially when you're at the hospital. So good positions to consider at the hospital are hands and knees. Hands and knees is a good position because it gives your doctor that view that they want, but you are much more able to work with birth, you and your baby, instead of you trying to push your baby up, like when your baby is in stirrups. You're working with gravity. Your sacrum, which is the bony plate, if you feel your tailbone, there's a bony plate just above that in your bottom. That's your sacrum. Having good mobility in your sacrum is good. Your baby's head will actually flex your sacrum out when you're giving birth, but it can't do that if you're flat on your back. So choosing a position like hands and knees where there's sacral mobility is a good idea. Now your doctor will be seeing everything opposite, upside down from what they're used to, but they'll still have a good view. Another good position in the hospital is side lying. And this is one that many hospitals are actually used to seeing. So this could be a good one to choose if your doctor balks a little bit. You'll want to have a support person, your husband or partner or your doula, to hold your leg up a little bit. But side lying is a great position to push gently in. If you are really worried about tearing, this is an ideal position, and it's a good position for mother-directed pushing as well. There's a lot of sacral flexibility. Again, that sacrum being able to move out of the way, and your baby can come on down. And if you're lying on your left side, there's optimal blood flow to the baby as well. So if you've got an issue like hypertension, that could be a good position both for laboring and birthing. And then, of course, you could be standing up, or you could be in a kneeling position on the bed. The ability for your care provider to see what's going on isn't quite as good in those positions, but they're good mother-directed positions where you can control how quickly you want your baby to come, and they put less stress on your tissues overall. Now, I've mentioned a few times already, but my final tip is that if you're worried about this, bring your doula along with you. She will reinforce your voice, and another good thing about having a doula is that she's there to help you remember that you have a voice and help you remember what you want. So sometimes doulas will just say something like, You wanted to consider pushing in hands and knees or on your side, right? Or you wanted to consider a position other than in stirrups on the bed, so your doula can prompt you to remember that. And your doula can also help you advocate. If she can see that you're overwhelmed, she can actually step in and help your care provider understand. She seems uncomfortable. I think we need to stop and we need to talk with her. So a doula can really help as well. And if you don't have a doula, then you going through this, working through this, talking with your partner, your husband about this so that they're able to help support you can be a good thing as well. So those are some tips that will help you and helped my client Trixie push upright at the hospital. These are all things that she used, that she shared with me, worked well for her, and they can work for you too. Again, I've got my cheat sheet. It is a cheat sheet that will help you figure out how do I give birth without tearing. It's one of women's biggest fears. Drop me a line below. I will get that to you, and I will see you in the next video.